Hello, I'm Tony from Bonner's Music and I'm here today to show you the new Dexibell S3 stage piano. This is a fantastic stage piano, firstly because it's just so light. It feels like a piano to play, it's got weighted keys, but just look at this, look how light it is. I don't think there's anything quite like it on the market at the moment, to be honest with you. Dexibell are a new company, they're an Italian company, and they're actually making use of the old Roland manufacturing facilities in Italy. Roland closed down a few years ago in Italy, and some of the R&D guys and the staff that were have joined together with Pro-L, which is a big Italian musical instrument accessories manufacturer, and they've created a new company called Dexibell, and they've brought out some really good quality products. They're not too expensive, and they're very, very well made. It's sort of metal chassis, like I say, it's very, very lightweight, and there really isn't anything else quite like this on the market because it's got a 73-note keyboard, and it's a weighted keyboard, and it's got everything you need to do most gigs on. You know, if you're doing a bit of piano work or you need some organ, there's a bit of extra, there's some brass sounds and some electric piano sounds, Clavs sounds. It's got everything that most keyboard players need to do a gig. So I'm going to start off with just playing the piano sound. This is the Vivo Grand sound. So here we go. So, as you can see, or certainly hear, a very, very nice piano sound. Now, because it's got a 73-note keyboard, there is actually an octave shift button here. So if I need to, I can get right down to the bottom A just by shifting the octave down there, or take it up a couple of octaves. So very, very simple to shift the whole pitch of the instrument up or down by an octave if you need to. Now, this is a brand new piano sound. It's not a piano sound that's been sampled by somebody else and then purchased by Dexibell. They've actually sampled this from the ground up. It's a brand new piano sample, and it's a 24-bit piano sample. So very, very high quality recording techniques have been used. And you've also got control over lots of different characteristics of the sound. It's what in modern day terms we'd call a modelled piano sound, which basically means that it's a mixture of a sampled sound or a recorded sound, and the computer technology is taking over, and it's creating the behaviour patterns that an acoustic piano would have. So, for instance, if I play the note down the bottom here, the E here, so I just come off normally, it's nice and slow. Now, if I come off fast, hear how the string kind of twangs. Now that's exactly the same effect that you would get with an acoustic piano, but that's just in its very basic form there. But it's just to show you that the piano is trying to behave and recreate the piano experience as close as it can. You've got control over things like hammer noise, key off noise, damper noise, string resonance. So you can tailor the piano sound to how you want it to be, and then you can store that into one of the memory locations here. So that's the basic Vivo Grand piano sound, and then we can move on to some of the different piano sounds. So you've got a pop grand sound. Oops. I like that sound. It's nice and bright, and I think it would cut through well if you were doing a gig. There's a classic grand piano sound, which is a more mellow piano. So. And so basically there's a piano sound to suit every need, every taste. There's a good electric grand. So that's the old sort of Yamaha CP80 type sound. And there are some ragtime and honky-tonk pianos. And what I do like is that Dexibell have actually sampled a real honky-tonk piano, rather than just taking the normal sound of an acoustic piano or an acoustic piano sample and then detuning it or putting chorus on it. This is actually the sound of an old honky-tonk piano. So you've got the real sound of a honky-tonk, which is quite nice. If we move on, we've got some electric piano sounds. So this is your Fender Rhodes style sound. So and you've got phaser electric piano. Wurlitzer piano sounds. You've even got the Yamaha DX7 style FM piano sound. So this was sort of very famous in the 1980s for lots of ballad type songs. So and if we move on now to the next section, we've got the plucked and percussive section. Now in here, there are some very, very good funky clav sort of sounds. So your Stevie Wonder type clav sound. So you hear you can really hear how it's plucking the string on that. It's a good funky sound, that one. There's lots of that. And there are also some very, very good organ sounds. Now, if you like your Hammond organ, then I'm going to choose here gospel organ. Now, and also using these two assign buttons here, I can speed up and slow down the rotary speaker simulator. So it's certainly been thought out with the gigging musician in mind. There's no speakers built into this one. They do make another version which is called the P3. So this is the S3. They also make the P3, which does have speakers built into it. Same sound set pretty much, and speakers built in. But on the P3, you lose some of the physical controllers you've got here, like the two wheels here, the pitch bend and modulation, and also some of these rotary controls here. But it's got the same sound. So if you need something that's got some small speakers in it as well, check out the Dexibell P3. But if we just have a listen to some more of these organ sounds, you've got a jazz organ. Let's bring in the Leslie control. You've got a range of brass sounds. So and you've got things like polysynth. So there's even some guitar sounds should you need them. And there are some very nice pad sounds which are great to layer behind pianos and other sort of percussive sounds. But got some string sounds. So that brings me on to the layering section now. So it's very, very simple to use. So I've chosen a piano sound here. So I've got my Vivo grand piano. If I press the layer button, it now selects a sound for me to layer with the piano. Now, as it happens, it's chosen the warm pad sound, which is just a nice, soft synth pad sound. But you can choose any sound you like to layer, so you can have two completely different sounds. So I'm going to keep the piano sound, but I'm just going to choose some strings. And over here, I can change the level, and it shows me on the screen, of my second sound, or the coupled sound as they call it, and your main sound. So I can have a little bit more strings if I want it. Drop the strings down, and you can change the level of the piano sound or your main sound with the top rotary controller there. So let's just play something with the piano and the strings. If I want to mute the strings, just press the mute button. And the mute doesn't come into effect until you take your foot off the sustain pedal. Then you're back to just the single sound on its own. So I'm just back to piano there. So you can layer any two sounds you like together. So let's choose the pop grand. And I'm going to press layer. And this time I'm going to choose the FM piano. So I've got the DX7 type piano sound layered with the pop pianos. So if I bring a bit more DX7 sound. So lots and lots of possibilities with layering sounds. There are also there are some preset sounds already in the memory, or some preset layers already set up for you. So if you go to the memory section here, then Dexibell have already set up some layers for you. So if I choose the layered string sound. And you can store your own sounds over the top of those if you want to, but there's plenty of presets to get you going. But what I can't get across enough in this video is just how simple this keyboard is to use. So it's very, very intuitive, which is great, especially if you're playing live on stage. You just want to change a sound quickly, you want to alter a volume. Everything you need is to hand here. Now, I'm going to split the keyboard now. So I've got piano sound on my right hand. And on my left hand, I'm just going to choose, let's have a sort of a string bass sound. So now my bass sound's a little bit too high in the octave there. So very, very easily, just press octave, choose the second sound, or the lower sound as they call it on here, and I go down there. So, and then I've got the volume of the left hand here as well. So if I want to change where the split point is, I just hold down the split button, and on the screen at the moment, it's here. But I can move it up if I want to. So very, very easy to use, very intuitive, nice bright screen there as well. So let's come back out of there. I'm going to change my left hand sound now to, it's still an acoustic bass, but it's got a ride cymbal as well. So on every note that I play, there's a bass sound and a ride cymbal. So and that's a particularly good combination if you're just playing some lounge bar piano or something, and you've got can give the illusion that you've got a bass player and a drummer with you as well. Now, on the left-hand side of the keyboard here, we've got a master EQ section. So if I turn that on, I can now change how much bass I've got, how much treble I've got, bring down the mid frequency maybe. And again, it's going to give me a completely different characteristic to the piano sound. Let's take the octave down. So as you can see, it's very quick to completely change the whole tone of the instrument. If you like what you've got, then just store it into one of the memories. So there are other features on here. You can record an audio file on it. So if you just hit the record button here and you put a USB stick in the back, you can record what you're playing onto audio. Another great feature is that it will play back Bluetooth audio. So you can stream music from your phone or tablet or iPad, iPod, whatever you've got, through this and play along with a backing track. So again, if you're going out as a solo performer but you want a bit of backing to play along with, just stream it from your Bluetooth device. It sends it out from the audio outputs to your speakers. So remember, there are no speakers built into this. But at Bonners, we sell keyboards, but we also sell amplification as well. And I think what's really important is that when you're choosing a keyboard for stage or home, that you get a good choice. And at Bonners, we keep over 70 keyboards on display. And you're welcome to come down and try them all out. You can compare them. We've got separate practice rooms here, so you can take 2 or 3 into a room, try them out to your heart's content, and make sure you get the actual keyboard that's right for your needs. I must say, I really do like this keyboard. I get the opportunity to play lots of keyboards, as you see from my videos, but this is nice because it really is just so lightweight but sounds so good. So they're a new company, but I think they're going to be around for a long time. So if you're looking for a good stage instrument, come down to Bonners Music in Eastbourne on the south coast of England. Try this out, and you can compare this with the Nord products. You can compare it with Roland or compare it with Kawai. So we've got a good range for you to test and try out for yourself. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next video.